Everyone, it's Bradley Bush with another algebra video for you. Today we're talking about simplifying rational expressions. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please subscribe, give me a like, or leave a comment. Here's a question for you. How do you simplify a rational expression? And the answer, you first factor the numerator and the denominator completely, and then you cancel any common factors. So really we're just doing some factoring, some canceling of common terms, just to leave it in its most simplified form. Let's do some examples. Simplify the following rational expressions. Here's example A, which is x cubed plus 3x squared over x plus 3. So if we were going to factor this completely, we would need to factor the top. We can see there's an x squared that can come out. So we'd have x squared, and we would be left with x plus 3 in the top. And in the bottom, we have x plus 3 is a factor. So we can see that the x plus 3's cancel, and we're left with just x squared. And we have to put the caveat, by the way, that x cannot equal minus 3. And you might be wondering why. Well, if we plug -3 into the expression, we would have 0 in the denominator. So even though we canceled out the factor of x plus 3, we still have this restriction on our expression. So we always have to be mindful of that. So our answer would be x squared as a simplified version, and x cannot equal -3. Let's do example B. Example B, we have x squared minus 1 in the top, and in the bottom we have x squared plus 2x plus 1. And if we are going to simplify, it looks like the top can be factored into the difference of squares. So we have x minus 1, x plus 1, and in the bottom, it looks like that is x squared plus 2x plus 1 can be factored into x plus 1 squared. So x plus 1 times x plus 1. And we can see that the x plus 1's, the one in the top and one in the bottom, can cancel. And so our simplified version would be x minus 1 in the top and x plus 1 in the bottom. And we have to remember our domain restriction. X cannot equal -1. And we're done. I don't think I like that black color. How about we change that? We need to have some color in our answer boxing. All right, let's do example 3. Example 3 says, I'm going to change my colors up here, 3x minus 9 in the top and x squared minus 6x plus 9 in the bottom. So let's factor. We can factor 3 out of the top, and we get x minus 3. And in the bottom, we can factor that into x minus 3 squared. X minus 3 times x minus 3. We look at this as far as canceling, and we can see that an x minus 3 can cancel the top and the bottom. And that means we're left with 3 in the top and x minus 3 in the bottom. And we have to remember x cannot be equal to 3 because that's a domain restriction from the original. And we're done. Let's do another one. Example D, x squared minus 12x plus 36 in the top and 4x minus 24 in the bottom. If we're going to simplify, then the top, that's not a very good equal sign. The top can factor. What are factors of 36 that add to 12? How about 6 and 6? How about -6? X minus 6 and x minus 6. That'll work. In the bottom, if we factor 4 out, we get x minus 6. Again, we can see that there's some canceling. And we're left with x minus 6 over 4. And we have to put our domain restriction in again. X cannot equal 6. Because if we plugged in 6 here, 6 minus 6 is 0, and that gives us 0 in the denominator. That's the only one that gives us 0 in the denominator. So our simplified answer is x minus 6 over 4, and x cannot equal 6. And I forgot to make my box a colored box. There we go. Let's do our last one, example D, y squared plus 7y minus 18 in the top, and y squared minus 3y plus 2 in the bottom. Let's do a color. Let's do blue. If we factor the top, what are factors of negative 18 that sum to 7? 9 and negative 2. So we have y minus 9 plus 9 and y minus 2. And in the bottom, y minus 2, y minus 1. We're looking at 4 factors of 2 that add to negative 3. So negative 2 and negative 1 would work. Now as we're looking, we can see the y minus 2 cancel. And we're left with y plus 9 in the top and y minus 1 in the bottom. And what is our domain restriction? Well, if we set both of these factors in the bottom, y minus 2 and y minus 1 equal to 0, we get 2 and 1. So x or y cannot equal 2 or 1. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and hope it was helpful. Have a good day.